Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me. Welcome to the live Q&A, live from Michigan, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same time every week. Join me whenever you have a chance. We'll talk about crypto, the news. I'll move some crypto around, do some demos, and answer any questions that you may have. So let's jump in. All right, guys, welcome to my den, my office, where I keep my studio and my rig. Really happy to see everyone. If there's anyone here, I guess I should check the pop out to see who's here. Scott is here. That's good news. Scott Lee, welcome. Thank you. I am speaking softly. Is my mic? Oh, yes, the mic. I've been having audio issues. Let's see here. Yeah, there it is. All right, so I'm going to push it up just a little bit till I get into the yellow here. Maybe you can hear me a little better now, I hope. There's big news with Brave software. The Brave browser is now you're able to withdraw your BAT from the Brave browser. There is one little caveat with that, and that is that you have to go through KYC with Uphold, which is their partner in, Uphold is a wallet service, kind of a quasi wallet, so to speak. So you do have to jump through those hoops, but that is quite an accomplishment. A lot of people have been complaining about Brave being a one-way wallet. The Brave, the cryptocurrency wallet that's built into the Brave browser. If you weren't aware of it, it's there. Brave also blocks ads and trackers by default, so it is my browser of choice. There's some big news with the Fed too, so I hope you guys will jump in. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Come here. What? You want to say hello?
No.
No? Okay, forget it.
But I want to tell you something.
He wants to tell me something, though. Well, let's switch over to the full screen chat here. And we'll go through the news. What's up, Alex? You got something you need to say?
I want the big FGTV, not a squishy figure.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. Okay? Always haunting me with his FGTV website that gets so many more views than I have ever dream of in my entire life. Okay, Brave partners with Uphold to launch wallet that rewards users for browsing. That's the big story. You can now withdraw your Brave tokens. So I'm using Brave browser over here. So if we go to Brave rewards now, they've got to withdraw funds here. And that's been a long time coming. And I can go through, I did a video when I set this up. So I'll show you guys that, but that's really cool news that Brave has now, Brave has always been partnered with Uphold. I've been using Uphold for a while because that's how they pay their content creators that claim their Brave rewards. Normally when you are using the Brave browser, you're auto-contributing to people that you frequently pay attention to. You can also actually you can specify people that you want. I thought it was in here. It's in here somewhere. You can give them certain percentages of your contributions. I can't talk tonight. Okay. All right. So let's move over to the next big story. U.S. lawmakers asked the Fed to consider developing a national cryptocurrency, which is another long time coming thing. I am not. Ugh, boy. Messing around with my cameras today. So I just... There. Is that better? At least my whole head's in the shot now. I must have been leaning on the couch or something. And I've lost half my viewing audience. You, U.S. lawmakers asked Fed to consider developing national digital currency. This is a big deal. It didn't get a lot of coverage in the mainstream press. As you can see, it's on CoinDesk, which is a cryptocurrency type site, oriented site, right? So most of the people that are reading these are cryptocurrency, interested in cryptocurrency to begin with. Anyway, it was a thing. It really happened. Two lawmakers sent a letter to the federal chairman, Jerome Powell, asking him whether he thought it was time to develop a digital dollar. Now, this would be a blockchain-based U.S. dollar that goes all digital. And I'm assuming that they'll still have paper dollars in circulation, even if they have a digital dollar. I don't know that we're talking about switching it over completely. And we're not even close. I mean, the Fed hasn't even responded to this. This is just a story of a couple of senators that wrote a letter, and they, I guess, read the letter aloud in a hearing or whatever. Now, another interesting thing about this story was it was first reported in Bloomberg Law, banking law news. So you had to be a real bank geek to even see this story in the mainstream. And of course, it's one of those things where you've got to subscribe to it to read the entire story. So it's kind of an egghead story for egghead bankers. But I'm surprised it's not getting more coverage in the mainstream press. It's a very interesting story. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just go to this next story. Of course, with the Facebook thing and the Facebook Libra cryptocurrency, pseudo cryptocurrency, if we should call it that, Facebook money. Tim Cook has chimed in. I guess he was asked directly about this. If it makes sense for any company to release their own digital currency, it seems to me that Apple would be the number one candidate for such a thing. But he has said that he doesn't want to get involved in money. He deeply believes that money must remain in the hands of states. He's not comfortable with the idea of a private group creating a competing currency. Money, like defense, must remain in the hands of the states. Seems methinks thou doth protest too much. I've got a little flash for Apple and Tim Cook. They pretty much already have digital money. If you've ever heard of Apple gift cards or Apple Pay, I mean, you use their services to digitally pay for all kinds of stuff. Granted, they sort of work within the existing system, but I mean, if you want to send money to something, you can load it up on your Apple card, and then, I mean, they're pretty much already, digital payment service. So why they wouldn't just make it official, I don't know. They probably want a little help from the government on some of their thorny monopoly issues. So they're trying to play nice, I guess. That's just speculation on my part. Okay, and then another kind of good story here, a feel-good story, is that Coinbase has reinstated the full British pound for their UK clients, which facilitates people purchasing cryptocurrency on Coinbase in the UK with their bank accounts. They were working with Barclays, and then for some reason Barclays severed their relationship with Coinbase. But Coinbase managed to partner with Clearbank and get services reinstated for their users to facilitate bank transfers and cryptocurrency purchases with fiat, which is, Coinbase has always kind of been the go-to on-ramp for fiat purchases of cryptocurrency. So I'm glad to see that they've sort of cleaned up that mess over in the UK. So let's take a look over here, what everybody's talking about. Scott's here. That's great. CFI Randy, good evening. Dwen Odorind. Nice to see you here, Dwen. I don't think I've seen you here before. Michelangelo Buonarroti. I've just mangled your name beyond recognition, but welcome. Thank you for being here. Chadwick is here again. That's good. Steve Venable. Nice to have you here. Chadwick said something that got hidden. I don't know. I don't know what you were... That's kind of weird. Crypto tab. I don't know why YouTube would block that. Betty is here. Thank you. She's got tortillas on the stove. She'll be back in a minute. Scott's baking pies and Betty's making tortillas. We'll all have, what do they call it? Potluck pretty soon. Me too. Sweet sour spare ribs. Scott. We always, I guess, what time is it in Hawaii? I think it's like 2 or 3 in Hawaii. Scott joins us too. And I'm blurry again. What is the best wallet? I'm going for the Elliptical Titan as it is air gapped. Is this the best choice? I had a Nano X, but it died on me twice and wiped all data. Okay. All right. So let me just say hello to everyone that's here. Mr. Percy Clay. Chadwick, no Wi-Fi, have the wallet generate QR code, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right, so let's address Duan's question here about wallets. Sounds like he's had some bad experiences with the Ledger Nano X, where his data got reset. And I'm sorry to hear that. I have been using Ledger wallets pretty much since 2017. I've tried other wallets. I've tried the Ellipal wallet. I have one in my drawer. I've tried some other various hardware-based wallets. And I've tried the whole air gap thing. I don't... You know, I'm not being involved in cryptocurrency for so long, I guess part of what you guys know about me is that I'm pretty laid back, as it were, and I'm not like a stickler. We should all be careful with cryptocurrency and mindful when we're using it, but the best security is not always your optimal solution for using, sending, and receiving and managing your cryptocurrency. I found air gap solutions to be a little bit too inconvenient for my comfort level. The air gap solutions are always kind of clunky. I've tried several hardware wallets that rely on this so-called air gap philosophy, and I don't see that it's that much more secure than the button solution of the Trezor and the Ledger. So basically, like an air gap wallet, you have a piece that has a code on it, and it generates a QR code. And basically, we're back to the old, this is the way digital signatures work. You have a private key stored somewhere, and you send it an unsigned transaction, right? A pending transaction that needs to be signed. And then, and you do that by scanning the transaction, right? And then the device that has the seed will generate another QR code, which is the signed transaction. Shh, Alex. Which has the signed transaction, and then you scan that with the other thing, and it brings it's like an air gap solution. But I find that very inconvenient. I did some videos where I used an air-gapped computer, and that was very inconvenient. You know, and it's basically the thing. You take the, you know, you have a outward facing wallet. You create a transaction. It generates a file in the air gap computer case with Electrum Bitcoin wallet. It generates a file that you put onto a flash drive, and then you take that flash drive over to your air gap computer, your computer that's in the hermetically sealed room, and you got to walk in there with you know, a hazmat suit and booties on, and you stick your little flash drive in there, and it reads the unsigned transaction. It signs. It creates a signed transaction using the private key, and then that signed transaction, you copy that back onto the flash drive, and then you come out of your hermetically sealed, you know, clean room and go back to your, you know, your working computer, and you put in that flash drive, and then you send, the transaction goes out. It's a lot of trouble to go through, and whether it's like totally secure or not, I don't know. I mean, you're beaming, you know, you're scanning it with a camera, so I mean, there's all sorts of ways to I could think of that an attacker could gain access to that if he were determined, he or she were determined. So it's not foolproof, as you know. You could switch the flash drive and I don't know there, but it's a lot of trouble to go through for an idea. You know, this air gapped idea. You know, the Ledger Nano S or X will hold private keys safely and securely, and then when you need to sign a transaction, you just hit the buttons. And that's the hardware security of a Ledger Nano device. And the same it's the same concept with Trezor and KeepKey. I find that they're much more convenient to use, and you've got to find somewhere where it needs to be convenient. You know, I don't like this whole I have to scan this and that and go, you know, back and forth to do all this, you know, this super secret secure stuff that isn't really. It's almost like security theater in a way. So I prefer the hard. Now I'm sorry that you had problems with the Ledger Nano, but you don't lose your crypto when it gets reset. You simply restore from your 24-word recovery phrase. It's a pain, but it's not. You know, it's not a deal breaker. It's not like I lost 10 Bitcoin when my device petered out on me. I just get a new one, or I get them to replace it or whatever. Sorry. So the best wallet in my mind is the Ledger Nano X, and believe me, I've tried a lot of them. You know, and there are you know, there are desktop-based wallets which are also good and convenient to use. There's the Trust wallet, which is a phone-based wallet, which I really like. But of, you know, the best mix of security and convenience for me is the Ledger. But okay, so we're going back down here. Vet, Matic, and Ada to Ledger. Okay, well, if you're curious which cryptocurrencies that the Ledger supports, you can check it out on their site. If you go to ledger.com, you can just check crypto assets, and it will tell you all of the crypto assets that are supported. Now, I do know that Ada is supported, but not in Ledger Live. You have to use a third-party wallet, Yori or Ada Lite. What were those other two you asked about? Vet? VeChain, yeah. You can use VeChain on a Ledger, but you have to use VE Forge Vault. You can't use Ledger Live. But the idea here, when they say they support it, it means that you are able to store the private keys of your cryptocurrency address on the Ledger device. There are a handful of cryptocurrencies that are supported directly in Ledger Live, And then there are a lot of other cryptocurrencies that you have to use a third-party wallet to access. But you're still storing your private keys on this device. And if the device gets lost or stolen or broken, you can restore those wallets using the 24-word recovery phrase that is the master key of the entire device. It's a deterministic master private key. So all of those cryptocurrencies can be stored safely and effectively on a ledger. And then what was the other one you asked me about? I lost it. Matic. Yeah. And it looks like Matic is supported in Ledger Live. So Matic could be, I've never even heard of Matic, but apparently it's supported in Ledger Live. Oh, because it looks like it's a ERC20 token. So ERC20 tokens are supported in Ledger Live. Scotch has Rex previous vid X's Moon Edition unboxing. Yes. Let's go over here. I'll show you guys. Oops. Gotta take that off. So I did receive the Ledger Nano to the Moon Edition. It's pretty cool. I unboxed it. There's nothing special about it. It's a regular Ledger Nano X. But it does have that cool to the moon logo on it. Get this. Yeah, there we go. All right. It's pretty cool. So it's got that cool to the moon on it. I got a story. Alex, oh yeah, and this is 5-year anniversary there. Alex was asking me earlier about this card, which is like a 3D, pretty cool 3D card. He goes, "What's that all about?" Remember what I told you, Alex?
Oh yeah.
What does to the moon mean?
I know.
Oh, come on.
When you get a lot of money when you go to the moon.
Yeah, when you get a lot of money and you go to the moon. Yeah, that's basically. I told him to the moon means when you make when a cryptocurrency, the price of a cryptocurrency gets really high. And you make a lot of money. You go to the moon. And so he said, "Can I have some of that money too?" And I said, "Sure." He goes, "Oh boy, I got $10." I don't know where you got $10 out of that, but that's what he said he wanted, was $10. So anyway, let's go back here. So yeah, that was cool. The to the moon edition. All right. Boy, I just can't seem to get back here. There we go. Sorry about that, gang. Let's see. Just out of curiosity, I have money in a sports book site I use and won some money. They strongly support Bitcoin withdrawals. Do you think I can send it normally to a ledger using a ledger address? It depends on the sports book and the way that it works. But if you can convert your winnings into Bitcoin and they have the facilities to withdraw it, then of course you can withdraw to any Bitcoin wallet. Any Bitcoin wallet that can generate a Bitcoin address for you to send your Bitcoin from will, yeah, sure. Of course, I don't know what sportsbook you're using. This is live, yes. This is cool, to the moon. Yeah, it's crypto time. All right, so we were talking a little bit about BAT earlier. So, Lord keeps trying to call me. I thought I'd move a little bat, guys, today. As you can see, I've got Ledger Live here pulled up and ready to go. I've got Atomic Wallet up here too. And I thought, hey, why don't we move a little BAT into my wallet? I bought a little bit of BAT and I'd like to store it. Now, I'm not going to move that bat that's... Oh, yeah, I was going to show you this. Okay. I don't know. Let me show you. I'll show you. If I can find it. Yeah, I think this is it. Oops. Okay, so as it turns out, it is still in my browser. No, actually, it was this one. Was that 11 minutes? Holy moly. All right, so I just relaunched Brave to get it updated to the latest version here, and we've got the, over in settings, we now have this tab, Crypto Wallets, which takes me over here. Explains a little bit about what the wallet is, Brave Crypto Wallets. Standalone component which lets you send and receive and use BAT and other Ethereum assets and collectibles, as well as interacting with dApps and other smart contracts. This feature is meant for people who are already familiar with Ethereum or are excited to learn. If that doesn't sound like you, head over to Brave Rewards.
Actually, that is a different kind of wallet.
Okay.
So I'm just going to...
This is something you'll want to write down and keep in a safe place. Put this in a safe...
There's nothing in the wallet.
You just got a game.
Okay.
Here we go. Withdraw. Actually, assuming that the Brave Rewards will allow us to withdraw, perhaps? Here we go. Withdraw funds.
No, but they had a video.
These are parts that I usually cut out. Where I'm trying to figure stuff out.
This.
Okay. So it
already
takes you
have an account, which I do.
Yeah,
so
it
that
takes you
works.
over to Uphold, and I had a Uphold account. Couldn't figure out how to get my password manager to work. We got to edit that part out when we post that video. I figured it out. Let's see.
All right.
All right. So we put the password in. We did our
All
two-factor.
right, and I do have authentication set up
and
on my Uphold
two-factor
Google
in.
Authenticator. Okay.
We got
There's
to
something
Uphold.
unusual. Oh,
I had
come
to
on.
Do I think I was a little upset.
To confirm it's really you, click the link that we just sent to your email
the live
address.
version of me will come back.
So I'll
All right,
go over
so
there.
after I did that,
All
I
right,
had to
I'll
authorize
the
the
device.
The computer that I was using, I hadn't logged into this
Okay.
Uphold wallet in a while.
Did I or did I not just
But
click
then
that?
when I authorized the
Okay,
device,
there we
go.
Okay, so I'm going to authorize.
Again. I didn't quite understand what that was all about, but I did.
Okay.
Two-step again.
Okay, now we got to do the authenticator one more time.
All right, and then we finally connected.
Okay,
to...
made it.
Okay.
All right, now we can withdraw our funds. Wow, went through a lot there. Okay.
Oh,
Now I could withdraw funds.
All of a sudden, I got
over to my Uphold
it
wallet.
just showed up in Uphold.
And this is the web-based version of the Uphold wallet. And as you can see, I've got 366 BAT in there.
So I don't quite.
That's
it's kind of weird that it says.
Oh, I
it's
guess
in
it
your
already
browser,
just
but
withdrew it
also
already.
says it's in
Didn't even
Uphold,
ask me how much.
so
It just like
it's
took
like
it all.
They're connected to each
Right,
other.
but I didn't lose it. It's in my Uphold
But
wallet.
you can withdraw funds from.
So
Uphold
pretty cool. Now you can get your
send
BAT
them to
tokens
another
out of the
address, or
Brave
you can
wallet
cash back
that's
to your
built
bank,
into the
however you wanna
browser,
do it.
and you
So
can
let me,
continue to earn.
That was kind of a weird experiment there where I was showing you a video that I recorded yesterday with no editing. All right, so let's go over to Ledger Live. Let's go ahead and do the real BAT. I'm not going to take that BAT from Uphold into this. I don't want to do that right now. I kind of want to let it sit. So, but I do have some BAT in... what do we call this? BINANCE US. All right. So what we want to do is we'll want to connect our device because I'm going to... now, I want to say this again. And David was asking me about it yesterday.
he says, okay, I want to send some BAT to my Ethereum, to my Ledger Live, but I have no, it's not in there yet. So how do I do that? And I explained to him that the Ethereum address in your Ledger Live is the address that you send all of your ERC20 tokens to. Now, even if they're not in the list yet, they will appear there when you send them to the Ethereum address. All right, so we'll do a receive on the Ethereum address, right? And then I'm going to need to be in the ledger. Let's do this. Oops. Let's do this. All right. That's good. All right, so we need to be in Ethereum, right? Oof. Hold it straight. All right, so we'll hit both buttons. All right, and then we're in Ethereum, and you see how when I did that, the Ledger Live immediately recognized that I had done that. And then I'm going to hit continue, and then it wants to verify that address, right? Ugh. All right. So we go to the next screen. That's the Ethereum address there. And then I can approve that. That's just verification on my end that that is a valid address. All right. So now that we know the Ethereum address of the Ethereum wallet on my Ledger Nano, let's copy that into our clipboard. And we'll go back over here to Binance. And we'll go over here to our BAT and we'll do a withdrawal. A withdrawal. We'll put in that Ethereum address. And then I'll hit this yellow readout over here to autofill the full amount. I'm just going to withdraw all of it. It's going to charge me 7 BAT, which is about $1 actually. And then I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. I spent so much time getting this phone ready. We'll go to our Google Authenticator. We'll go down to Binance US, which there it is. All right, and then we're done with that. All right, now when you make a withdrawal on Binance, it wants you to confirm that. So you go over to your email.
I don't even know where I am.
Confirm your withdrawal there. And there we go. And then you can follow this link over to withdraw. And you have to say crypto. And there we see that there's 82 BAT tokens processing. So let's go over to Ledger. Let's hit that. Now I had some BAT in there already. So, but even if it had been 0, it would have just shown up as the 82 right here under the Ethereum in tokens. So I can hit that, and it takes me right into my BAT holdings, right? And I can hit sync here. Oops, something paused. I don't know what happened there. And we'll just kind of wait for it to come in on this end. Okay. And then I'd like to show you too, if I'm in BAT and I do receive, and I say BAT, and I'm in the Ethereum app, and then I hit continue, and then we verify on the device. Notice that address is the exact same address we just used in Binance, right? 06F56 ends in 5525F, right? It's the exact same address. So the Ethereum address of your Ethereum, if you have an Ethereum based wallet, whether you're using Ledger Live, MEW, MyCrypto, or the Mist wallet, whatever it is, that Ethereum address is the mailbox for all of the ERC20 tokens that you want to store on that Ethereum address. If you remember, Ethereum is ERC20 tokens are sub tokens of Ethereum. Ethereum is the master cryptocurrency that can create smart contracts. Many kinds of smart contracts, and you'll see them coming up more and more as adoption, grows. But one of the many types of smart contracts is a coin. You can create a coin that is in code that has certain rules. It has like an amount and the behavior that it follows or whatever. All of these ERC20 tokens have that same address of the Ethereum wallet. Now you can have multiple Ethereum wallets and multiple sets of ERC20 tokens in each of those wallets. But in my case, and in most people's cases, if you're using a Ledger Nano X or S, you've got one Ethereum address and all of your tokens live on that address. Can't get rid of that. Did I confirm that? I thought I did. All right. So I confirm that.
I got cookies.
And let's sync again and see if it comes in. I'd like to see it come in. I think we moved some Bitcoin last week, and I stopped before it actually arrived. There it is. Okay, so we got 82 BAT from Binance, and now that BAT is safely stored in my Ethereum address. See, it even has like a hierarchy up here. So inside the Ethereum address are all of these tokens, right? So all of these tokens are live in the same Ethereum address, that address that we just talked about. Now we can do some other transfers, maybe to the Trust wallet. We'll do that. Let's see if anybody has any questions. Some burning questions. There was a CryptoDad on top of a CryptoDad. I'm getting double audio and long exposure of the camera. Yeah, I was playing a video that I had shot earlier and making comments. It's kind of weird. I noticed that on a Glenn Beck video too. He was watching a video and they were talking and he was making comments. So it was weird. So, but in this case, I was playing a video, a pre-recorded video of myself and talking over it. So I apologize for that. A little louder, please. Yeah, I needed to turn up the audio on that too. Can you guys hear me okay? I don't know. I was like having some trouble with my microphone earlier. Well, maybe it needs to go up higher. Huh. Okay. I did a video that was way loud, and I thought that maybe I had my microphone turned up too loud, so I turned it down. But now everybody's saying they can't hear me. If anyone has any suggestions for us Hawaiians getting to purchase BTC or ETH or LTC from a non-crypto friendly far left state, please speak up, y'all. Does Binance US work in Hawaii or is it not? Let's see. Oops. What states? All right, what are the 13 excluded states? Where are they? Where are we? Okay, here we are. New York, Florida, and Texas. Okay. Give us the full list. Doggone it. I missed it. They just listed 3 states there. Excluding 13 states. So what are the exact 13 states that you can't? Okay. Okay, here we go. You cannot use Binance US in Alabama, Alaska, Florida, Hawaii. Darn those Hawaiian restrictions. Doggone it. Because I was going to suggest Scott use Binance US. Let's hope that they get Hawaii straightened out. Yeah, that's pretty disappointing. And I'm assuming you can use the Cash App, Scott? Hawaii is one of them. Mass Ninja. Volume is good. Thank you. Alan Ellis. Hello. Good to see you. Hear you. Read you. Thank you. Sabi. Loud and clear. Good news. All right. So let's see. Let's move some Binance coin into our Trust wallet. So I'm going to do it from Atomic. Right? So I've got Atomic Wallet here, which is a good desktop. It's a desktop-based wallet. They have an iOS version, so you can use it. Although I would assume that if you have the iOS version, that it would be different than your desktop. But you could create a desktop-based Atomic Wallet, write down your 12-word recovery phrase, and then download the Atomic Wallet iOS and restore using that 12-word recovery phrase. And then you would have two wallets that are based on the same private key, and they would be mirror images of each other because they're pointing to the same address on the blockchain. So that if you were to deposit money into the desktop wallet, it would show up in your desktop-based Atomic Wallet. Maybe I'll set up the Atomic Wallet on my phone and kind of demo that for you guys. I don't know what hang on. I don't have the seed phrase handy, but I could find it. But I'll do that before next week. I'll create the Atomic Wallet on my phone. But in tonight's case, I want to take my Trust wallet and I want to deposit some some Binance coin into my Trust wallet. I could probably go the other way easier. But I'd rather go into the Trust wallet from my Atomic wallet. So I'm going to need to share that Binance address with myself in order to do that. So yeah, I want to receive. So then I'll hit share down at the bottom. My head's kind of in the way. Let's share. And then I'll email that address to myself. Now you see me do this quite a bit. And I realize it's not strictly totally secure to do that. First of all, for me, sharing it on YouTube, there's this privacy issue. But even if it were just someone not on YouTube sending addresses to themselves, there's still a privacy issue, right? If you want to be super private and super secure, you would write it down on a piece of paper and enter it manually. But I'm too lazy for that. So now we have our receiving address, right? So let's go and check our mail. It's a different mail. Oh, seriously? How could you, Apple? All right. This is where a good password manager comes into play. It's probably going to do two-factor on me too. No, it didn't. All right, so there's that address, that BNB address. All right, let's copy that. And now we can go over here. Now we've got the sending address, right? So let's hit Binance Coin. let's send some Binance coin to the address of my Trust wallet. Let's open up Trust wallet so we can see what's going on over there. Let's put these here. All right. So, oh, and then we can eyeball it too, right? If we hit receive, we can eyeball it and make sure that it's the same address, you know, in case somebody altered it in transit or whatever. All right. I don't really need a memo because I'm sending it to my own wallet. If I were sending it to a cryptocurrency exchange, they would ask me for both, right? Like if you try to deposit Binance coin on a Binance US or regular Binance, they say you must provide a memo. And they give them to you. They say, or you must, when you send it, you have to send to an address and a memo. But we don't have to worry about that. All right. And how much do we want to send? Let's send 5. Right? We'll send 5 BNB. And so the security of the Atomic desktop-based wallet is your password. All right, and then we'll go back to wallet. They sent it. Let's go over here. Hey, it's already there. Wow, that was fast. Woo. Woo, blinding speed. That was a fast transfer. BNB was designed to be very fast and efficient when you're making transactions on the Binance chain. All right, so that Binance coin arrived very quickly. Whoops. And there you have it. 6 BNB from our 5. Yeah, that was cool. All right, so what else can we send today? Let's revisit crypto.com. Okay, I'm wondering if you could buy some Bitcoin Cash and send it to your Nano. I've never seen videos on it. Okay, let's see. Could I buy some Bitcoin Cash? Do I have? I could with some. Okay, so I left myself some BNB. Let's do it. All right. So let's go to Bitcoin Cash. Let's do trade. Oh, not BTC. No. Can we buy Bitcoin Cash for BNB? No. That's disappointing. Because on regular Binance, you can just about buy anything with Binance coin. But not to worry, not to worry. We'll just trade our BNB for some BTC. Or Tether. I guess we could, let's do Tether, right? So we can trade with Tether, right? So let's do BNB for Tether. And we want to sell some BNB. Let's do a market order. I want to sell 75% of the BNB for Tether. There's that market order. All right, and then let's go back to the wallet. And we should have some Tether. Right, there we go. So now that we've got the US Tether, let's buy some Bitcoin Cash. So we'll go to trade. We'll go to BCH Tether. All right, we'll go to market, and I'm going to use 100% of what I got and buy BCH. Oops, insufficient balance. Okay, I got to shave that down just a little bit. That's kind of weird. Okay, so there, I got it. I don't know. Sometimes when you do 100%, it doesn't work out. Okay, so let's go back to our wallet now, and we've got some Bitcoin Cash there. We got $42 worth of Bitcoin Cash. All right, so now we want to put it on our ledger. Let's go over here. I don't believe I have Bitcoin Cash on here. Let me check. Oops. Come on, Rex. There we go. Actually, I do. Okay. All right. Interesting. But let me go through the motions, all right? So let's say I don't have Bitcoin Cash on my device. So I just go over to Manager. And let me put this here. It says Allow Ledger Manager. This is just really... Okay, that's good. Allow Ledger Manager. We'll hit both buttons. Oops. Both buttons. All right. And now I've entered Ledger Manager. Let's get rid of this guy for a sec. And we'll just go down here to Bitcoin Cash and click Install. Because we need the app on our device, right? So in tonight's case, it should probably say something like, you idiot, you've already got Bitcoin Cash on there. Or it might be installing the latest version of Bitcoin Cash, which Bitcoin and Ethereum have. Oh dear. You know, it's weird because I had it on there already, and then I screwed it up by trying to install it again. Okay, so now I'm going to have to uninstall Ethereum. That was really weird because when I did that, it sort of deleted the one that was already on there. This is a glitch that occurs when you don't have the latest version of the app. Oh, did I remove Ethereum first? I don't think I did. Okay. It doesn't like that. All right. Let me see if this will work. If just reinstalling on top of it will reinstall. Because if not, then we're just going to have to forget about Bitcoin Cash. Doggone it. Why did I go through the motions, right? Come on. Doggone it. Okay. Jeez. Okay, so what do I do? All right, so what I need to do, I guess, is to completely uninstall every app. And how do I do that? Oh, this is a real pain. I might be able to do it. I guess not. Well, I don't know what to tell you guys here. That's pretty... All right. Crypto assets, accounts. Clear cache. Reset ledger live, repair, device setup, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do a full restore. Wow. Okay. Wow. I had Bitcoin Cash on there. I should have just left well enough alone and just sent some to it. Doggone it. Or let me take Ethereum off and reinstall it. See if that works. Because I think I just installed it over the old version. Maybe if I take it off, will it let me take Bitcoin off? It's like, no, Bitcoin is required. Okay, that figures. Let's install Ethereum. You try to do something simple, and it's not simple. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. That was really disappointing. Oh, looks like, doggone it. Damn it. Really a pain. Okay. All right. They think they can defeat me. They're wrong. Okay. Let's uninstall every single app I have on here. All right. All right. Okay. Get that one off. We'll install Digibyte. All right. We'll uninstall VE Chain. Now I am not deleting any of the wallets that are stored on here. Well, actually, I am, but they can be regenerated because the ledger device is deterministic. The master private key is deterministic. So when I reinstall the app on the device, it will simply recreate those wallets that I'm deleting right now. I guess I should be showing you this. Let's do that.
Too bad, Trap.
Hey, why is this so hard?
Trap, hurry up.
Okay. Come on, Rex. You can do it. Hold it straight. Ugh. I don't know why I can't. Okay. There we go. All right. Close.
It's that.
Vertcoin? All right. Tron. We're almost done, guys. Stellar. Oops. All right, Litecoin. Oops. All right, XRP. Okay, Ethereum. All right. Bitcoin. Don't tell me I can't uninstall Bitcoin, because I can. Thank you. There. See? Just takes a bit of iron determination. All right, so I'm going to re-enter my PIN. I won't show you that. Not that it really matters. Okay. Now I should be here. Let's install Bitcoin.
Well, I already have a gun, so.
And this should give us the latest version of Bitcoin. If only they had a way, and there goes Ethereum, if only they had a way to allow you to update these apps. But they won't. You have to uninstall them and reinstall them to get the latest version of the app. And you can't uninstall Bitcoin while you still have other apps. And here we go. Here's our swan song, or what we were after. We want Bitcoin Cash on there. The last time it said, oh, you don't have Bitcoin and Ethereum. But what it really meant was you don't have the latest version of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Well, now I do. So that was a real pain in the butt. All of you people that are talking about how this thing is convenient are probably going, hey, this guy doesn't. Now you'll notice all the accounts are still there. All I have to do if I want to send out is just reinstall the apps on there. All right, but let's add an account. Let's add a Bitcoin Cash account. All right. We'll hit continue. I need to be in the Bitcoin Cash app. There it is. Hit both buttons. Application is ready. We'll hit continue. It's scanning the device for any Bitcoin Cash wallets that were already there. This is that deterministic feature. If I had any Bitcoin Cash wallets on the device, it would find them, but I never did. So we'll hit add account. We'll hit close. Now we've got that Bitcoin Cash account. Let's open that guy up. Let's hit receive. It wants me to open the Bitcoin Cash app, which I've done. Verify the address. There's the address. Let's make sure it's the same. All right. After we've done that, we'll go over here. We'll hit approve. All right. There we go. See, it only took 15 minutes to send some Bitcoin Cash. So I'm going to hit copy. And let's go back over here to Binance. Let's do withdrawal. Let's paste that address in. Let's send it all. And we'll hit submit. And we have to enter our Google Authenticator app, which I can show you. This is Binance US, so it's down here. There we go. All right, now it's going to send me an email through my Gmail email. And that's our withdrawal request. We'll hit confirm on that. We'll go to history. Make sure we're in withdrawal and crypto. And there we've got a BCH processing. All right, we'll just close this. And we'll just hang out till that guy appears magically through the magic of blockchain technology. All right. Boy, I jumped through some hoops on that one, didn't I? All right. All right, so there we go. Yes. Well, the nice thing about the Ledger X is that you can hold all of your apps on there at the same time. And you don't have to constantly shuffle them on and off. But it does seem to suffer from the same issue that the Ledger Nano S suffered from, which is that there's no way to upgrade the app itself. The only way to get the latest version of the app is to uninstall and reinstall. And that's fine and dandy when you're dealing with, say, Vertcoin or Zcash or whatever. But for some reason, the way that piece of hardware is constructed, there is a lot of shared code in that Bitcoin wallet. So when you first install that Bitcoin wallet, all of the other wallets depend on the code of that Bitcoin wallet. And they'll work okay even if they're not the latest version. But if you try to install a new app that depends on the latest version of Bitcoin and Ethereum, then you need to uninstall both the Bitcoin and the Ethereum. And the Bitcoin will not allow you to uninstall while there are still other apps on there that depend on it, right? You don't want to like pull, kick out the scaffolding from under the guy that's painting, right? So they won't allow you to just uninstall Bitcoin if there are other apps on there that depend on Bitcoin. I guess that would be bad. But what that forces you to do is if you need an app that depends on the latest version of the Bitcoin app and the Ethereum app, you've got to uninstall everything. I wish there was an easier way to do that. I wish there was like a reset of the device without having to do a full restore, because there is no way I would have done a full restore of the 24-word recovery phrase. That would have taken way too much time. And where is my Bitcoin Cash, darn it? It's got to be around here somewhere. No, it'll be here soon. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh, whoops. And this is a little wonky that you have to do all this. All right, so it's processing. So we'll do that. Now, I did want to learn, or I did want to demo the Crypto.com app tonight, because I do have a little bit of BAT there as well. But why don't we go ahead and let the Bitcoin Cash arrive? It shouldn't be too much longer. We'll just kind of keep an eye on it. Huh. Someone asked a question about buying Vaultro, where you can exchange Bitcoin for real gold, convert Bitcoin into gold, and vice versa. I don't know. Of course, I would be wary of such a thing. How are they going to get the gold to you? That kind of thing. There it is. All right, so our Bitcoin Cash came in, and I made it much more complicated than it really needed to be, but the short answer to the question was just buy some Bitcoin Cash and install the Bitcoin Cash app on your Ledger and add the account in Ledger Live, and then you'll have a receiving address. That's the short answer. So I'm sorry that I had to go through all that to get it to come through. All right, now let's send a little BAT using the Crypto.com app. And the reason I want to do that is because I had a glitch a few weeks ago with Crypto.com when I was scanning an address. And this time we can go ahead and just do BAT, right? And we're going to do a receive. And this time I need to be in the ledger. Oops. Okay, let's get out. Let's get out of. Oof. All right. All right. Go over here to quit and hit both buttons. Right, and then I can go over to Ethereum. I still have my Ethereum app. I'll hit both buttons, and now I'm ready to go. All right. We'll hit continue there. Oh, we need to confirm that address, which I can do. Right, there's the address. Feel free to send Ethereum and ERC20 tokens to that address. I won't complain. All right, and there we go. We don't need to copy it because we're going to use Crypto.com. So let's see how that works. So we're going to go over to the Crypto.com app. Right, and you can see my portfolio here. We're going to go down to the basic attention token that I have there. Right? And then I want to send oh, let me turn this off. Right. I want to send the BAT to my ledger, so I'll do a transfer. Right? But I want to withdraw BAT,
and I have no whitelisted wallet, so I'm going to tap add wallet address, and then I'm going to tap that little QR code to open up the phone scan, and I'm going to scan that address, and it fills it in there. Now, I did this a few weeks ago, and I could not figure out why it kept telling me it was an invalid address. Class, does anyone see anything strange about that address? I'll pause for anyone. Once you click on the app on the Nano X, is it supposed to show how much you have, or only on the app? Oh. Yeah, I think a lot of people want to see the balance on the device. It does not work like that. The Ledger Live is where you see your balance. The only thing you'll see on the device itself is the app. And then there are some like menu commands and things like that. But it doesn't show your balance in the app. The only way you can see your balance is in Ledger Live. So no one sees anything strange about that address. The strange thing about that address is it has the word Ethereum there with 2 colons. When I scanned it in, it did that for some bizarre reason. So I'm going to position my cursor there, and I'm going to delete the word Ethereum and the 2 colons. Now it's a valid address, right? And we'll call this Ledger X BAT, right? BAT. All right, so I'll hit continue. All right, it wants the QR, or it wants the Google Authenticator code for Crypto.com, which is that. Let's go back. Let's tap paste, continue. All right, and it wants me to confirm that address. So there's the email. I'll just open that up, hit confirm. It should take me right back to the Crypto.com app. All right. And there's the address I want to send to. I'm going to choose send BAT. And when I go to edit this field, I've got that max down there below the send button. I can just tap that max and it'll autofill. And then I can hit send. Sometimes yeah, there it goes. Every now and then it'll tell me insufficient balance. I think sometimes those max calculators don't always work the way they're supposed to. All right, Crypto.com, I can tap and copy that into my clipboard. Scroll back over here and tap, paste. Hit continue. See, did it to me again. All right, doggone it. All right, let's go back. Let's cancel that. Let's just do 400, make it happy. All right. See, I had a feeling it was going to do that to me. There it goes. Luckily, the address is already in there. All right. Let's tap that. Come back. Tap, paste. Hit continue. Oh, Lord in heaven. 2FA will be locked for turn after 5 failed attempts. Okay. Seriously. All right, here we go. I must not have done it in time. All right, let's try it again. Oh, Lord in heaven. Why is it doing this to me? Okay. Let's start this whole thing over again. All right. Oh, I guess it must have gone already. Okay, so we just go down here. You can see that I sent the 413. But it went out, and then I got a message telling me that there was an insufficient balance. So it was a false positive or a false negative, right? Or whatever you want to think about it. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, it's already... No, that was earlier. Okay. Let's hit sync. I don't know. Crypto.com is a little bit slow sometimes on withdrawals.
So we might have to wait a little while for that bat to arrive. Huh. Oh, there it is. Ta-da! Okay. So there, we just transferred some more bat into this wallet. So now we've got a nice healthy amount of BAT tokens now. Pretty cool. So you saw me transfer some BAT from BINANCE US and from Crypto.com. And I would like to mention to you guys that we've talked about Crypto.com before. And I had some money in Crypto.com. In MCO or crypto chain, whichever one it was, right? And I needed some real money in the real world, right? So I looked in here, and there's no way to directly withdraw. I can't sell Bitcoin. There's no way to sell things for cash in here. And even if you could, and you had cash in your fiat wallet, I don't think there's any way to withdraw any of the fiat back to your bank. I might be wrong about that. You might be able to transfer the fiat into your Crypto.com and then transfer some back out, but I don't know what good that would do you. So there's really no way to cash out of Crypto.com except by using their MCO card. And we talked about how cool that is, that I can use that MCO card to spend Bitcoin in the real world. So if I'm holding Bitcoin and I'm standing outside a store and I decide to sell some Bitcoin by using it to top up my card, then I've got instant cash for my Bitcoin. So here's what I did, gang. I sold some Bitcoin by topping up the card. I went top up card, and then I topped up with $500 worth of Bitcoin. So you can see there that there was 400. I already had a little bit in there, and then I went to an ATM and I withdrew $500 in cash, and then I turned around and deposited it back into my bank account so that I had money. So yeah, I did have to go to an ATM, but the ATM is right down the street, so it only took like 20 minutes. If I cash out with Coinbase, they say it could take 3 to 5 days. It's usually within 24 to 48 hours, but I still have to wait for it. But with Crypto.com, I can top up the card and withdraw the money from my ATM. Now, I did get a $3 charge on that ATM because it was a non-bank card, right? It wasn't their card. So I did have to pay a $3 premium to convert that Bitcoin to cash, cold, hard cash. But it worked pretty well. And I liked it. So, and you don't have to, withdraw from the ATM, right? Oh, I don't have my MCO card down here with me. You could just use the card to make a purchase at a store. It works like any other Visa card. I left my wallet upstairs. I'm not going to go up there and get it. But we talked about the MCO card last week. So the MCO card is it's a normal Visa card in that it can be used to buy things anywhere they accept Visa. And it is also an easy way to cash out your Bitcoin that you're holding in Crypto.com. So of all the ways to cash out of Bitcoin, I found it to be the fastest and most efficient. A Bitcoin ATM charges really high rates. This one, you just withdraw the money right out of your account. It works easy. And you get some benefits when you use the card. You don't want to go into all that, but it's pretty cool. Most banks allow fiat transfers when using MCO prepaid cards. I have never had an ATM refuse to spit out some cash when I used it. It's like a normal debit card. If you take any bank card and you've got a balance, right? You got to have a balance, right? You take your Bank of America card to Chase and stick it in there, they'll give you money. They'll charge you a little extra because it's not a Chase card, it's a Bank of America card. Or if you take your Chase card to Bank of America and stick that in there, it'll tell you, oh, it's a non-bank card, we're going to charge you, but you'll still get money, right? So the banks are not refusing to give you money when you use this card. You could probably take it to one of those 7-Eleven ATMs and get cash too. And I have never had the card declined at a store or online. I've used this card online to buy things too. I think what did I show you guys? Oh, it just told me the bat came out. Yeah, we saw the bat already. That's old news, right? Whoops. So look, I used the card at the D&W Fresh Market. I used it at Spotify. I used it to pay for my Spotify account, which will happen every month, but they will give me 100% cash rebate on that. I've set it up for Netflix, but it hasn't paid out yet. So, but that just shows you it works online, it works in person, and it works at ATMs. Pretty cool. Now, you have to do a KYC, right? We're all crypto purists here, and none of us like KYC. But if you want to spend your crypto in the real world, things are evolving a little bit, right? And let's talk a little bit about staking. I don't want to keep harping on crypto.com, but you can use crypto.com to stake. You can actually deposit. I'll just demo here real quick. You can see there that I have a crypto earn area, and in crypto earn, I'm depositing coins for a set amount of time and earning a set amount of interest on those coins, right? That's called staking, right? You're earning a higher percentage than you would at a savings account, probably a better rate than you would earn for a certificate of deposit or a mutual fund, right? It's a guaranteed 8% for Bitcoin, and it's like 18% for CRO. But they're not the only ones doing this. Binance is doing staking now. Coinbase is paying you to store your whatever their USD or stable coin is. They're paying interest on that. So this is a new thing in the crypto industry where you can store your crypto with people and they will pay you a decent amount of interest on it if you're willing to store it for a set amount of time. Sometimes it's short, sometimes it's longer. The longer you're willing to stake it, the more return you generally get. Now, there are flexible ones where you can put your crypto somewhere for a smaller percentage and then have the option of withdrawing it at any time. So there are lots of flexible ways to earn passive income on your Bitcoin holdings. And yes, you are giving up your private key when you do that. You're not giving them your private key, but you're transferring it from your wallet to their wallet. So your wallet is safe. It's probably, you don't have to send everything in there. You can send part of it in there. But that's what staking is. And staking is a big deal right now. Change my name again. Visit Hawaii. Just bring plenty of fiat. That's funny.
Daddy,
What's up, buddy?
I wish you had like a big. We should buy the big thing one from FD. The big one from FGTV that you saw in Target.
Yep, he's like, hey, he's hiding. Hey, I saw a little boy. I don't know where he went. On screen. All right.
He's asking me for toys from this website or YouTube channel. Can you please break down the basics and the major things every investor should know, including how to trade, what to look for in good projects, general advice that you have personally learned? I hate to break it to you. I'm so glad you're here watching, but I don't do trading and investing advice. I'm a how-to guy. How do you move it? How do you store it? How do you install the wallet? You know, how different types of wallets, but I don't do what coin to buy, when to buy, how to buy, stop trade, day trade. I'm not that guy. But I do know some guys that do that, and I'd be happy to tell you who they are. My good friend, Crypto Bitcoin Chris of Crypto Revolution, which I haven't watched his channel in a couple of days. So that is an awesome YouTube channel for those of you who are interested in trading. I am not the trading guy. I'm honest, right? I am honest. Yeah. Crypto Bitcoin Chris is a great channel to watch, but there's so much more with Chris. You can join his Patreon groups where he'll do group and small group and and he also has one-on-one tiers where if you want one-on-one trading stuff, he'll do. And he's also got like these set courses where you can learn how to trade and what to buy and all that great stuff. Me, I'm just like a guy who owns a bunch of different cryptos. I shoot from the hip. I buy on whims. I try to, you know, stick to some general guidelines, like kind of stick with the top 20. But I do own some non-top 20 coins as well, some regrettably. But I'm glad you're watching. I really am. Also, let's take a look at the market here. Where are we here? Oh, here, price charts. See what happened while we were talking? It's been kind of weird the last month or so where we've had this decoupling. Unfortunately, the trend has kind of been overall has been down, but we have seen a lot of decoupling of Bitcoin from the other top altcoins like Ethereum and XRP and Litecoin. So they've had some bad ups and downs, but they're not just following Bitcoin up and down anymore, right? Bitcoin was hovering around 10 for the better part of last month, while these coins had their ups and downs. And then Bitcoin took a dive last week or the week before, I guess, from 10,000 down to around 8. And it's been kind of consolidating at that level, whilst the altcoins have kind of been following their own patterns. So I'm happy to see the decoupling. I kind of wish that it would be in an upward trend, but I think this, you know, these are the growing pains where people now, I think there's a philosophy that's come about over the last year, and it's Bitcoin, I don't know what they call it, Bitcoin exclusion or Bitcoin primacy, where people are starting to believe that Bitcoin is the only coin that matters. But I just think that's a phase that the cryptocurrency market is going through, because they used to say that even Bitcoin didn't matter, right? Back in 2017, when everyone was buying Bitcoin, all the mainstream people were naysayers. Oh, Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. Bitcoin is only used by criminals. Bitcoin, you know, is used by drug cartels and money launderers to buy weapons and drugs on the dark web. Bitcoin is not a real currency, all that crap, right? Now they're saying Bitcoin has value. Bitcoin is a good investment. Bitcoin is digital gold, but all the other altcoins suck, right? you know. So like they've started to accept Bitcoin, but not the altcoins. But I think that as time goes by, they'll start to realize that each altcoin has its own use case, right? Some of them are crappy use cases, and the altcoin may not be around for a while. But Ethereum is no slouch, right? Ethereum is a full-blown world computer. It's not just a currency. It is a platform where, as we talked about earlier, we can create brand new coins on the Ethereum network, and we can create decentralized applications. We can create smart contracts. We can like eliminate lawyers for like what is that word? When people buy houses, they use escrow, right? They have to have like lawyers. You can create an escrow app in Ethereum where, you know, two parties could deposit money, and after a set amount of time, the money gets released to the certain people, and blah, blah, blah. That can all be programmed on the Ethereum network. And that's just a small use case. We're talking, you could run a government on Ethereum, really. I mean, it's just amazing. So, and there are other coins similar to Ethereum that are like that. They're virtual computers. They're worldwide, decentralized, distributed computing systems, virtual machines. Ethereum, EOS, Cardano, Tron, IOTA. These are all coins that are ecosystems. So when someone tells you that, you know, yeah, I heard of Bitcoin, but everything else sucks, they really don't know what they're talking about. They've been told that Bitcoin has value by people that are finally realizing that Bitcoin has value, and that's becoming accepted in mainstream society on like Squawk Box and CNBC and all that stuff. They're talking seriously about Bitcoin. There's still a lot of doubt. There's still a lot of, oh, it could go to zero tomorrow kind of stuff, but they've taken notice. Bitcoin is here to stay, but they're still bashing the altcoins. Who's to say? All right, guys. Scott, it's been a pleasure. Bye, Dent. Soon to the moon, or not?
Daddy,
Yes, Alex.
can I go to the bathroom with you?
Just please. I'm almost done, buddy. Come on. Okay. All right. So let's hit that this thing. Don't forget, I have a live stream every Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me for the live Q&A, live from Michigan. I will answer all of your questions to the best of my ability, or help you find someone that will. I hope to see you there again next week, same time. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon.